What's up, Planeswalkers? Another day, another deck, and today we're playing Temur Cutter Bean. So this is like a Temur Up the Beanstalk plus Cori-Steel Cutter deck. There's not too much else into this. I mean, it has like Roaring Furnace and Steaming Sauna, which was kind of different when I saw it, and then the Hearth Elemental. This deck is actually pretty sweet. It was in the most recent regional championship and it finished in the top 16 from what I saw. So let's go ahead and check it out and see how it does in the ladder. Alrighty, match number one, we got Hank Doug the Virtuous. I think this is a decent hand. I like the change the equation, mostly because we're in a current meta that has a lot of, small, low 1-drop and 2-drop things that decks can kind of force out early. I'm going to play the Sanctum, and I guess I pass for the Opt. Opponent showing blue, so I don't know what they could be playing. Okay, opponents. Alright, so we got a tricolor. Let's go ahead and opt now. Roaring Furnace. This is a great card for creature removal, by the way. If you don't know, that 1 red, 1 additional deals damage to a creature equal to the number of cards in your hand. Amazing. So I think we go ahead and just push out the Steel Cutter here. Next turn, we can try and go ahead and get an Up the Beanstalk and then go more and more. Opponent's playing Sultai, or they're just using that mana. I don't imagine they'd be using that mana unless they were playing Sultai. Okay, Awaken the Honored Dead. Makes sense. So they're going to kill our Steel Cutter. We do have a little bit of other stuff that we can do though, so let's Up the Beanstalk. We get an Opt, and then I think we just hold the Opt just in case. Well, we could play it now. I think we wait. I don't think there's any harm in waiting to go ahead and opt just in case opponent's playing like a one-off of, I don't know, duress or something. Lands. Man, opponent got rid of a whole bunch of lands. Okay, let's opt. Ooh, I think we leave Analyze the Pollen here. And we can get rid of the Cornucopia with the Abrade. I don't think that would be too bad for us. So let's go ahead and get rid of the Cornucopia, cut off the opponent's way to gain some life. I think we throw down a Stormchaser's talent, and then we can go ahead and Analyze the Pollen. Get some more land. And then we're going to be in a really good spot. I'm going to grab a mountain here just in case. So next turn, we should have enough we can actually go ahead and Steaming Sauna. And then go from there. That lets us draw a card at our end step too. So it's really just a lot of ramp. And then if you activate the Roaring Furnace afterwards, you generally have enough to just take care of the opponent's creatures. Alright, another Ancient Cornucopia. I wish we would have been able to keep up the change the equation, but can't always have it. We do gotta kinda worry about that blade just because the opponent, it gives them access to like protection from colorless. I think we do the artifact, still get rid of the Cornucopia just because I don't want them to be able to get a ton of life off of things. It looks like they might be able to counter what I'm throwing out. They have like a Spell Pierce or something. Oh, and Into the Flood Maw. Well, might as well. I mean, I don't know what else I'm going to get a chance to counter, so let's go ahead and just counter that. Pump up our Otter a little bit more. And then they're going to cut down the Otter. Okay. I mean, hey, nice. Good job. I mean, I still feel we kind of come out on top there because now we can actually play the Hearth Elemental if we want, but I'm going to wait. Because I'm going to do the Steaming Sauna next and then draw some cards, and then we should be able to go ahead and really get cooking. Oh no, Fangkeeper's Familiar. They're going to take up the Beanstalk. We're in a little bit of trouble here. because we're going to need to deal 3 damage. Well, 5 damage now to opponent. Okay, I think we go for the Sauna. We draw a card. We get another Furnace and Sauna here. Okay. So we're going to continuously draw cards at the end of our turn now, which is good for us. I mean, that really benefits us. They do have hexproof from monocolor. So far as Dispersal doesn't really help us here. I mean, our best bet, well, no, because the Otter is even going to be monocolor. I mean, our best bet would be if we can get, like, this town ain't big enough to allow us to actually bounce the blade, and then we can start pinging down the creatures. So I guess we just have to play out the elemental. I mean, we can block it. We're going to get some draw cards. We can block it, but it's going to die. One is going to create a treasure token. Okay, we get another one. And then the Cori-Steel Cutter. So we could just go wide here. Okay, there's a this town ain't big enough. And look at that. We already have 6 cards in hand now. That's insane. Okay, opponents. Spells have Delve. I mean, we can throw a block, right? Like, oh, the Otter actually is multicolor. I didn't even think about that. It's red-blue. Darn. That's fine, though. Okay, so I think we go steel. I think, what do we do? I think we go this town ain't big enough first. We could go Steel Cutter first, but I don't know if we're going to play that yet. Let's target the Stormchasers and their blade. We get to draw 2 cards because we're playing a huge spell. We get another this town ain't big enough. That's huge. Let's go ahead and unlock the door. Because we've got 9 cards in hand, we can go ahead and take down their Arbiter. We can sack one of our Up the Beanstalks to go ahead and get rid of their creature. We have another Torch the Tower. That's fine. Swing for 5. I know that's not the most value play there. We could have done some other things, but we draw another card, and I think we're good here. I think we're good. Oh, Glarb. No. Okay. Well, they can still go ahead and protect Glarb, but nobody expects the second this town ain't big enough. So it has hexproof for monocolored if they play that and attach it, because Glarb is, what, 3 different colors? So it should only be a 1 equip. Opponent's thinking. Opponent is thinking. Wait, what? How did they... Wait, what? Am I just dumb? How did they play that? Okay. Well, they're gonna go ahead and get rid of, I would imagine, our Steam Room, but it looks like opponent's gonna just continue to rope us here. So I'm just gonna hit them with the greatness at any cost, and I'm not gonna bore y'all. Let's get on to the next match. I'm not waiting all that time. Alright, Metcalf 137. So yeah, the opponent was sticking around. Like I've mentioned in the past, I'm trying not to just sit here and show roping. We got that one in the bag, y'all. Let's go ahead and keep this hand. Ooh, we got the Spell Pierce and we've got the Abrade. I think we just pass and wait. Spell Pierce is going to be good if we're facing a Steel Cutter or anything like that. Okay, Devout Duelist. That's decent. Opponent's going to swing. We're going to go ahead and Dispersal it. This deck is actually really sick. Like, turn 2 Dispersal, we get to look at a few more cards. I think we leave them the way they were. We got the proper information we need, I guess, because we've got the Reclamation. Because I feel like this is gonna be a Steel Cutter deck, mostly because they're playing the Devout Duelist. let's just go ahead and get rid of it. Boom. The Abrade. If they try to pump it up or do anything like that, we can just Spell Pierce. Alright, yeah, we get to keep our stuff here. And, I mean, I think we just passed because we don't want to waste a Roaring Furnace here. Monastery Swiftspear. Okay. This is going to be a tough matchup, mostly because I feel like opponents going to probably have, like, everything they need. And as we know, this deck can go crazy really quickly. I think we throw down the Steaming Sauna here. We get to draw a card, so we'll go up to 4. Next turn, we can at least take out the Swiftspear, depending on what else they play. There's a Steel Cutter. So we've got, next turn, we've got enough for the Steel Cutter. There's a second Steel Cutter. Nice. So yeah, opponent kind of got the nuts draw here. They're just waiting for us to tap out, but they did kind of mess up there because they... I mean, I guess there's no way to do it. They should have played the Steel Cutter last turn. It happens. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. This is going to hurt us a lot, but I think we have to go destroy the Steel Cutter. It's going to ping us. Our green sources are all hurting us, so that's the only downside here. So we're going to go down to 7, destroy the artifact. Do we kill the creature or do we throw down the Hearth Elemental? I think we kill the... I gotta say the Swiftspear. But here's the thing, if opponent has like a Monstrous Rage or something like that, they just win outright. Yeah, so Swiftspear, nice. I'm waiting for it. They have to have the Rage, right? Good game. Yep, there it is. Boom, boom, boom. 5. Dang, that was so close. Maybe we do just play the Elemental there and we just hold up. Yeah. Alright, on to the next one. Yeah, this deck kind of held its own against mono red, at least. Like, you know, that match goes slightly different, or they don't have like that perfect draw, and I think we're definitely good to go there. I think, you know, depending on no matter what, I mean, we could have taken out the Swiftspear later or like tried to play out the Elemental, but they still would have had a choice. So let's go ahead and put out the Beanstalk. I'm really thoroughly enjoying this deck, y'all. I feel if people haven't already been posting about this deck is cool. Maybe I'm behind the curve, but Temur Cutter Beans is pretty cool. Up the Beanstalk from the opponent too. Let's go ahead and get out the Cutter, and then we can go ahead and opt immediately if we want. I kind of want to wait though. I'm going to leave up the Spell Pierce because I feel like opponent probably has something to take out our Steel Cutter. The way that Standard's been going, enchantment and artifact removal and all that has been at the forefront. So let's just keep that in mind and be prepared for it. You know, there's not a ton of reasons why we want to do this, like keeping a Spell Pierce in best of 1, but you got to try and maximize it. Okay, Gnawing Vermin, nice. Okay. So they're gonna mill 2. Are they? Oh, this might be a difficult matchup for us. They're playing like that kind of pseudo dredge deck, I think. That's just like, yeah, I was gonna say there's the Molt Tender. They got a ton of stuff for this, tons of stuff. I think we can win this though. It's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a huge fight. But let's get rid of the Molt Tender. I definitely think that's where we start. We can get rid of their Up the Beanstalk also. Oop, not artifact. We don't want to destroy our Cori-Steel Cutter. Let's get rid of their Up the Beanstalk and then hold up the Spell Pierce again. I think that's the right one. Because then we also get to go ahead and fire up the Steel Cutter, swing. Opponent's going to block. They take 1. They kill our monk. Good to go. You know, that's perfectly fine in my book. Worth the trade, at least, in my opinion. Lets us just kind of hang out for a minute. Okay, Underground Mortuary. Opponent, definitely got some tricks up their sleeve. They're thinking. They have to have like that one that's like the Fathomless Descent, right? That's like power and toughness is equal to the number of cards in your graveyard, and then the toughness is +1. That card, it's like a Tarmogoyf on steroids, kind of. Are we about to get roped, opponent? Trashed text 830. Okay, there. I was about to say. All right. Up the Beanstalk again. We're going to get a draw here. Ooh, we get another land. I think we put out the Elemental here. We can trade. We get to fire up the Cori-Steel Cutter. We get to draw 2 cards off of it, too. Again, see, this deck is awesome. And then we get another Up the Beanstalk. We got 3 here. Opponent is scary, though. Okay, Overwhelming Remorse. I get it. We're going to take 5 to face here. I mean, whether we like it or not, I feel, because I'm not going to block if opponent attacks. And Harvester of Misery. I was going to say, they're probably going to kill our creature. This is opponent's main plan, is get out big creatures and then just destroy everything we have. So I think we go Up the Beanstalk here. I think we play the land, opt, get our Cori-Steel Cutter up. Maybe we hold back here. Oh, because we have the Torch to the Tower. I think we hold back, yeah. So I'm willing to sacrifice and Up the Beanstalk. We've got 3 of them, so that's perfectly fine by me. There's the Swarm. So opponent attacks. Right, we can opt and then torch the tower. I wish we had a better way to do this. I think we just torch the tower. Well, let's declare our blocker first. We're gonna get an extra monk here, so that's pretty cool. But like, we can torch the tower, bargain, deal 3 damage to this, boom, let that damage go through, do whatever, right? Let it die. We have the Roaring Furnace and Steaming Sauna on top. So I think we just go ahead and wait, let that go through, and then create our extra monk. We may want to just... We'll take... What I'm thinking is we want to draw this, right? So we're going to draw this, and then we're going to draw another card. Okay. I think we may want to go ahead and... I want to do the Steel Cutter. Maybe we should have done that different. So I'm going to do Steel Cutter, and I'm going to exile a card from their graveyard just to get 2 creatures out. Let's get rid of the Harvester of Misery just in case. We draw a card off of this. We now have a ton of monks. Maybe there's a world we do the Steaming Sauna rather and we get a bunch of draw cards, but I think we're going to get a chance to draw a lot here. Now we have Hearth Elemental. Throw that out there, draw 2 more cards, and then we get a forest. We can play the forest, lay down that, and then... Okay, so next turn we have enough to play both sides of our room. Overlord of the Baelmerk, okay. They're not going to attack, right? Like, I feel like they don't attack here. Because we can block with Elemental. They're gonna. So, yeah, we definitely throw 2 blocks here. So we just do the 4/5 and the 2/2. And that dies, we trade. Next turn, we Steaming Sauna. And then we have enough off of that. Because we're going to draw a card. We're going to draw 2 more cards off of... the the Steaming Sauna from the Up the Beanstalk. Then we can go ahead and ping our opponent for exactly 5 with their Overlord. And we're going to, on top of that, create 2 more monks. Okay, this is insane. I think we, like, Oh, I did that wrong. No, I'm dumb. Yeah, I didn't think that through. I don't know why. Okay, we got another steel. We're fine. We're fine. I should have done the damage first, then Steel Cutter, but I was so focused on that. We discard a card. I think we get rid of the Stormchaser's talent. We got this. We got this. Everybody calm down. I misplayed. I had it in my mind, but my mind didn't think properly. We're good, though. We're good. Opponent's going to swing for 5. I think we just throw a chump block here. We don't want to really go down to 4. And yeah, there's the Souls of the Lost, the big boy there. I think we win this, though. I absolutely think we win this. Opponent, yeah, play all your creatures. But we got to land. We've got a ton of stuff to do here. So I think we go Cori-Steel Cutter. Play that down. Boom. Now we're going to go ahead and this town ain't big enough. Well, I think we Stormchaser's talent first. Let's do this. Stormchaser first. Okay, there's a lot to keep up with, but here's my thought process. I'm going to do it right this time. Get the Otter. This town ain't big enough. Let's choose our own Furnace. Bounce their big guy, right? Bunch of triggers coming through. We win this. We win this. We get here. Okay, that's even better. So now we have another this town ain't big enough. So now what we do is we go ahead and Roaring Furnace, deal 3 damage to the flyer. So we're good there. And then we just got another this town ain't big enough. This is like almost perfect because now we bounce this back to our hand, bounce that. We're all the way down to 8 life, but look at all this. Look at all the prowess. And we get a land. Boom, swing in. Holy cow. I get why this deck can win. Wow, that was amazing. Let's get into the wrap-up. So this was Temur Cutter Beans. This is absolutely amazing. I love this deck. This deck is insane. This is jank, in my opinion, of how I made it because I didn't have all the rare cards. I would highly recommend this to everybody out there. Please consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. But first and foremost, last but not least, you are doing everything right today, and you matter. Goodbye.